Stephanie Ruhle is one of the hosts on MSNBC. Vicious anti-Trumper. And she talks about how she was able to talk to Trump simply by calling his phone number and had to go through a bunch of people to talk to Kamala Harris or to Joe Biden. He also told her when she called to get an interview to go F yourself. Number 29.
And I'll tell you one other example. The day after Donald Trump had that crazy rally at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I rolled the dice, and I called him on the phone. And he answered!
Of course he did! Of course! What'd he say?
And I wasn't calling to chit-chat. I said, Mr. President, this is Stephanie Ruhle. You made a lot of comments last night, blah, 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 blah. And it was not an on-the-record conversation. Long story, so I'm not going to get into what he said. But I called for one reason. I said, you just said a whole bunch of public things. I'd like to sit down for an interview with you. We got 5 days before the election. So we didn't get into anything. There's nothing for me to report. I called him and said, I want an interview with you. Obviously, he said no. But my point is, I was able to get to him by dialing his phone. Right. Now, that might be completely and you're like, I can't believe people know this guy's phone number. Yeah. But the reverse of that, if I were to want to connect with VP Harris or President Biden, there's 50 people between me and that. I could write a note that maybe could get to somebody, then through Pony Express and a pigeon, something might end up in a mailbox near them. Yeah. And I called DJT to say, yo, can I have an interview?
And he
told
answered.
me to go myself, but I still was able to connect with him. Yeah.
But he still picked up.
I don't know if you heard the end of it. She said, so I called him, he picked up, and I said, I'd like an interview. And he said, go F yourself. If you watch any MSNBC, you know exactly why he said it. They despised him, called him a fascist, a dictator, a tyrant, accused him of being an insurrectionist, you name it. You reap what you sow.